Hello, everybody. Welcome to our July 15th live. I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, so I just wanted to stop by and show up and see how everybody's doing and do some readings for everybody. So, let me put this to the side for now. But we're gonna jump right into it and get started. So up first is Gypsy, and you wanted to know Libra feelings towards you. All right, Libra feelings towards Gypsy. We have main attraction. Someone can't keep their eyes off you. You are the leading star. You are the center of attention. We have courting. The period of development towards a romantic relationship is important. This time will help you both see if marriage is in the cards. And then let's get a couple of tarot. We have the Three of Wands. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. It's kind of interesting because I look at the Three of Wands and it's like she is in awe with the moon and the stars. And that's kind of like that main attraction vibe. So I feel like in terms of this Libra, they are in this like awe of you. Like they just literally can look at you or see a picture of you and just kind of go on a daze of just kind of like reminiscing and appreciating your beauty, your energy is something that I'm picking up here. I feel like with the courting card and the Two of Pentacles, this gives me this vibe of like them, like at moments they have the upper hand, they're like doing their work, you know, doing the things that they need to do with the connection. And then there's moments where it's like they're not doing it. And so I feel like it doesn't represent how they feel about you, like, oh, their feelings is hot and cold. It's more so that their actions can be hot and cold, but their feelings are very solid in them wanting to. I'm hearing them say, like, move the needle. I'm hearing them say, like, move the needle. But it's funny because I see this visual of, like, a small person on a big clock, like, trying to push, the little needle on the clock, and they're struggling, if that makes sense. And I don't know why they gave me that vision, but it's like they're trying to do it, but they're struggling to move it as quickly as they will hope, if that makes sense. So there is this energy of like, obviously in amazement with you and in awe with you, kind of like an infatuation in a sense, and wanting more. But I get wishful thinking a lot too with them, with this Ten of Swords. So it's like you want them to put an end to their wishful thinking and actually do the things that they're thinking about doing versus like, saying it, and maybe even too like, what is the saying? Putting your money where your mouth is, like just do it type of thing. So for some reason I feel like their energy is a little heavy right now. It has nothing to do with you, but it feels a little heavy. So there could be some things that they are dealing with or just carrying right now. And it might not even be their, energy that they're connected to that's giving them this heaviness, but I do sense it like a heavy energy. Well, Gypsy, that is what I have for your question. I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. Alrighty, next up is Rosalie, and you had a question about the vacation with your family, friends. Okay, so let's see. We have the Eight of Chalices, Let's do a general reading for this vacation with the family and friends. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Strength card, the Ace of Chalices, and then the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like there's going to be a moment where you want to cut the trip short or you want to leave early. There might be some disagreements during this trip, but I also get, for some reason, picking up the weather is not always the best. Like there could be a little bit of rain, but I feel like there's just something about, it's like the weather is adding to the frustrations, if that makes sense. So like, most people, if you're like overly high, you typically might be a little bit more frustrated because you're like high, you're trying to cool down, and then you're exhausted. So that could, add on to the frustrations. So I feel that for some reason. But I just see this trip having some challenges. Like, not all throughout the trip, but there's definitely some challenges. So, I mentioned, it could be some weather issues, it could be some conflict with people. There could be issues like with the, what do you call it, with the hotel or, the resort. Like, it could be some type of delay, some booking issues. Like there's a mixture of things here. Like it's not all bad, but there's definitely going to be some hiccups here, which can be kind of frustrating and literally make you feel like, oh, I don't want to even be here anymore. Because I'm sure, I know for me, like if I go out and I'm trying to find a parking spot and I'm searching for, a while, it gets to a point where I'm like, I'll just go home because I'm frustrated that I can't find a spot. So I feel like you might have like that energy in the beginning, but there will definitely be moments where there are pleasant experiences and interactions for sure. But it's all about like how you take in those hiccups and those challenges. Like, do you literally let it ruin the entire trip, or do you know what, let me have my moment of being upset about it for a few minutes and then just push through it. And it's not like I said before, it's not going to be the entire trip, but there will be moments where you just like, I shouldn't have gone on this, or I want to go home. So that's something that I'm picking up at this moment. Just like with the trip, I do see some like adventurous activities, outdoorsy things where it's pushing your stamina, it's pushing your heart rate is going to go up. So I don't know like what type of activities you all have planned, but there's definitely some type of active, engagement that you're going to be participating in. So get ready to get your steps in, or, get your heart rate going. But yeah, prepare for that. And also stay very hydrated because of this weather that we're picking up here. It could be intense. So you don't want to be dehydrated. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Melanated Geek. And I think somebody else just popped up. And Lalash. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Next. Hey, Renappy Summer. I know it's you, Sai, but I didn't want to say your name because I know how sometimes, when we have to be very discreet. So I was like, I want to say Sai, but I don't know if I can say that. So I was like, let me not say it. Alrighty, up next is Goddess of Love, which is Aisha. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. I meant to tell you too. And, well, I never put it in the community tab or on my page, but I did like Sundays on State last month. I was supposed to do it this month, or yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, but I didn't do it. But the next time I do a festival, I will let you all know. Okay, so we're gonna do the Charmies and Letters. Let's do it this way. Hold on 1 second. I got a message I need to respond to. Okay. I hope you all are having a great week too so far. All right. Also, really quick, let me take a picture of these super chats. That way, if they disappear, I will have an idea of the question later on. Okay. You said you'll put those in there. I'm going to like and love Rojalie's message to let me know that I did that one. Okay. So, let's do your Charmies and Letters first, and then I'll do the question. Okay. Give me a couple of minutes to put all the words together. Trying to be strategic with the placement. Where is the letter? Let's see. Oh, I forgot I have this in my hand. Okay. Give me 2 more seconds. Get everything situated. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Okay. Hello, Divine Pearls. I was going to say of insight, but Divine Pearls medium. Yes, toys. And then these were our leftover letters. Okay, so the words we have here are paid, hold, lap, toys, cost, on. And then Spirit also wanted to like point out con, but they didn't want me to put it together. So we'll talk about that in a second. And then we have bed, we have wed, and then they also wanted to spell out like Wednesday as well too, so I just put that kind of under there. And then we have if, and then we have X and Q. So I'm gonna start with this. It's so funny because when they say X and Q, it was like the Q as in like a list, and so there could be an ex co-worker. And it's funny, they didn't want to say like ex person, like ex partner, romantic partner, but they mentioned like ex co-worker. You might see them somewhere soon. There's some type of reappearance with this ex co-worker, this ex person that you may have worked with probably within the past like 2 to 3 years is what Spirit is saying, or something with this 2 to 3 period time frame. They haven't said much about like what the interaction is going to be or what's going to go on with that, but it's just something, to look out for. But with the hold, I felt Spirit saying pause, like hold on, pause, hold off on something that you may have felt this impulse, this urge to just kind of take on. And Spirit is saying like not yet. And it might feel like, oh, I should just do it. All of the, everything seems fine. It's like perfect time. And Spirit is like, no, not yet. Hold off on it. Just wait. There might be some other things that they have to kind of just do behind the scenes to make sure like everything is smooth to go afterwards. But you'll get that ready to go light, that ready to go moment soon. But just in this particular moment, don't make that final decision. Don't react. Don't, sign something just yet. With paid, I heard in terms of paid of like someone will be paying their dues. And when they said that message, that phrase, it was more so like someone is getting their karma. And karma can be good or bad, but I feel like this is more so like anything and anyone that has done wrong to you, they're getting their karma. They're getting their payback in a sense for what they have done to you. And so there might be moments where you reflect on the things that were done and you're like, wow, like how could that person just do that to me and, hurt me in this way or, tarnish my name in this way. And your spirit team is taking care of it and making sure that this person, they're getting what they're paying their dues basically, long story short. And so you no longer have to like worry about that and wonder when that time is happening for sure. With lap, it's funny. I get lap. I got two things. I got lap dance, but I also got things falling in your lap like this. Literally these gold coins like landing in your lap. So there might be like this windfall of money just kind of coming in out of nowhere and it just lands in your lap. It like literally just shows up out of nowhere. And it's a good amount where you can actually do something with it. I don't necessarily know what it's tied to just yet. I don't know, if Spirit will share it later or not, but it's going to be a pleasant surprise. With wed, it just gives me this energy of like obviously like a wedding, but also to you needing to say yes to going to more weddings. So when you get the opportunity to go to one, go to it, because it just kind of, it lets you experience the energy of the weddings, of course, but also to just kind of like get your thoughts rolling, get your feelings going, connected and surrounded to love and just like weddings. With bed, I heard what's the song? Wet the Bed by Chris Brown and I want to say Ludacris. So that could be just the energy of someone like thinking of you intimately, sexually, and like that's the song that kind of relates to that. And then speaking of songs, if by Destiny's Child, that was another song that popped up from your letters. So those are two songs you can listen to, or if you just want to read the lyrics. But there's some like connectivity there. Wednesday, I'm not getting this Wednesday, but I'm channeling the Wednesday in October is going to be significant for you. So I don't know how many Wednesdays there are in October, but that one of those Wednesdays would definitely have a beautiful impact on you. For toys, I just got like, sexual adult toys. So maybe purchase one for yourself, or if you have one already, use it. Spirit is saying you could spend some quality time with self and pleasure. We have cost. Cost is something that Spirit is saying kind of connected to like the hold message, like hold off on something. Whenever you're about to make like a big decision, be mindful of like what it's going to cost you in the long run. So like this could be monetary, this could be like about like money, finances and stuff like that, but it also could just be about energy. It's like, do I want to invest all of this stuff into this one person or this one job, whatever it is? What is that going to cost me in the long run? So being mindful of that and thinking of that energy exchange and like how much that is going to affect you. And then with on, I'm hearing Spirit saying like you have finally turned on one of the switches, and that switch that you turned on, it gives me that windfall of like, those golden coins landing in your lap for some reason again. So it's some switch that you just turned on recently, and Spirit is like, yes, she got it. She got the light. She's figured this out. So now more is to come. More beautiful things are to come. With the message of Khan, I don't know why I get it as a family member, but there's I just get it as a family member that, how do I say it? Of course, like they're not who they say they are, but it's like what they might say to you at times might not be as genuine as you may think it is at times. So if they're like, oh yeah, I'm proud of you, cuz, and then you find out like a day later, they were talking trash about you, about your idea that you mentioned or whatever you all talked about. So just being mindful of like not sharing too much with certain people, certain family members that you already kind of feel iffy about. I feel like this is somebody you already have a weird feeling about anyway. It's no one that's where it's like, oh my gosh, I would have never guessed this person would say that. It's like someone you kind of had a feeling about, but then over time you notice like, yep, it's this particular person. So in terms of your charms, we have passionate, which is Scorpio. We have charming, which is Libra. We have grace. We have scissors, so like knowing when to let things go, but also knowing when to trim things. Sometimes you don't always have to let the full thing go, but more so some touch-ups. Like think of like, getting your ends trimmed. Like you don't have to cut all your hair off, but you need to cut off a certain amount for it to continue to flourish and grow. We have like the little death skull, like poison kind of charm here. And I feel like what this is saying is to be mindful of the toxins that you're consuming, and also just like put it on your body. So really, being intentional about the ingredients that you're reading and on those products, and not doing too much. Sometimes we think like we'll use skincare for example. We think we got to use like 10 different products. You probably don't have to use 10 products. You probably could just get away with like 5, right? And so just being mindful and intentional about those things. We have this goat here, and I feel like Spirit is saying you are the goat about something. I'm hearing one spirit member say like you are the goat of our lineage so far. Like you're conquering a lot and you're doing a lot of great things. So then your fortune messages that we got randomly are: you and your partner will be happy in life together. And then your persuasive matter will be difficult to resist. So those are your 2 little fortune messages. So these are your charms and letters. So now we'll go through your question and then we'll move on to the next person. So your question was, I took a picture of it. Okay. He said, what's going on with me and Jalen's relationship? He blocked me over something petty. All right, let's do... You said his sign will pop up in your charms. That's usually how it goes. They found a way to sneak in there. So we have harvest. You planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And then we have attraction. Your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. We have the Five of Chalices. We have the Five of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the King of Swords. That's kind of befitting. King of Swords, that blocking energy. I feel like the reason why, or like what's going on with you all, is that this person is being, defensive lately in a lot for, I know you mentioned like for something petty, but it's just like they are really in this sensitive energy right now where they're kind of overreacting to a lot of things and they're kind of taking it out on you. So there may have been something that's blown up in their life personally that they haven't shared, or maybe they have shared with you, but they try to play it off. But because they're so attached to it and it's frustrating, they're kind of just taking it out on you and just maybe other people as well too. I do get them blocking you over this petty thing. When it caught you by surprise, but also too, it kind of brought up this defense, like this level of like, just defense that you might have as well now, because you're like, what did I do? Like, it wasn't that petty. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. This is kind of, small. This is kind of petty for us to be arguing about. And it's interesting that the Harvest and Attraction card came out, is because I feel like that's just a representation of them being hurt, but also it's like the closer y'all get to a finish line, they kind of self-sabotage. But I also get this energy of, because notice how both of these cards are like harvest energy. It's like the moment you all are kind of pulling through and pushing through something beautifully, there's like this hiccup. There's this pattern that keeps surfacing. So there might actually be a mindset that has to be addressed when it comes to this person. And that's for both of you. So like for them, whatever is going on in their life, they have to address that mindset. But for you in particular, it's like adjusting the mindset of that it's always going to be an issue with us, or like, not saying that's the thought that you think, but there is some type of thought that is planted within your subconscious that keeps circulating, and that is why this is happening. And it can just literally be a quick fix of like, Jalen and I are communicating better and understanding how, each other feels, or like, something of like, you can just say one particular thing and that can address it, but you have to, plant that new seed in. So whether it's like Jalen and I have better communication skills when it comes to expressing how we feel, because then if you have better communication skills, then it's like there's less opportunity for you to get blocked, or for you to block him, because y'all gonna communicate better. So it's like that wouldn't even be an option because y'all communicate effectively, right? So that's something that I pick up here in terms of that. But like the chemistry, the love is still there, of course, but it's like both of y'all are mirroring each other in a way, and he's just, what he is showing, I'm getting is like it's a thought that's sitting in your subconscious that needs to be addressed. But also with him, there are many thoughts that he's having that needs to be addressed, because that's how his physical reality is showing up for him, where he's upset and frustrated about a lot of different things. I also get too, it's like I'm being a vision of like a bigger guy kind of being mean to him and like, I don't know, giving him a hard time. So I don't know if it's like a boss or, and it's interesting because this was the last card that was over there, and it was King of Wands, like somebody of like a higher pay grade or higher status is like kind of on him, and that's been like frustrating. So that's what I pick up for that. But yeah, I hope that resonated with you and that made sense, and I hope y'all able to figure it out, and there's better communication that can come out of it. Alrighty. Up next is Mrs. Fred. And I took a picture of yours as well too. Okay. So you want to do a channel love message from Jefferson. And then your tarot question is, why did Silver, someone I had considered a good friend, suddenly block me on everything after we hadn't argued or anything? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Cards. Okay, why did Silver suddenly block you on everything after you haven't argued? We have number 14, caring connections. We have I always get this mixed up, cornucopia, number 11. I always want to say 2 sometimes, but I know it's 11. We have patience, number 16. Honestly, just from these 3 cards, it's nothing that you did in that particular moment that led to that block. I just get like this energy of like, how do I word this? Be patient, because you will learn where they were coming from and like why they blocked you. But I get that there was like just an array of emotions that they have been feeling, and they felt like that was the easiest thing to do in that moment, to just like block you. We have the 4 of Wands, we have the Queen of Chalices, we have the Temperance, 2 of Wands, 10 of Wands. And the thing about it is that they are a good friend, but I get that they just didn't know how to communicate or just share what they were feeling and what was their reason behind blocking you. I get with this 10 of Wands, like it just might feel like there was like this burden of just things that they were holding on to that they just couldn't take anymore. So they're just like, I'm gonna just, block, this person right now. And I get it like, it's a mixture of like things that may have occurred with you all at some point, but it's also just things in their life in general that has just been literally piling up. And so, like I said, they just felt like this is the easiest way out, to just block you, and I don't get you're the only one that they blocked. They blocked a couple other people too. So that's one thing I want to mention. I do get that Spirit is saying for you to have like a calm heart and a patient heart right now during this time. I know it could be frustrating because like you don't know what's going on, and you probably miss them as a friend, and want to talk to them and just hear their side of things. But Spirit is saying just be a little bit patient right now and to have a calm heart, and don't let your heart chakra close up because of this, and because you're sad and probably missing them, or even just frustrated, because they're going to eventually open up to you and express like why they were upset, or why they blocked you, what was going on. And of course you get to decide like what you want to do after that. But I do get that there is a genuine like connection of friendship here, but it was just like they didn't know how to express what they were feeling. So Spirit is saying charge it to their head and not their heart. And like I said, yes, it's probably frustrating, but just to have be a little patient with them, and communicate. Like once you all are able to talk, like share what you're feeling and how you felt, and listen to them as well too, and just kind of like talk through like, okay, how do we work through this in the future if there's a moment where one of us is upset, or something happens. All right, so now let's get a channel love message from Jefferson. Angel of Balance. Community. I'm hearing Jefferson say that he wants to do like he wants to run away with you and run to the stars. Like I'm hearing him say that for some reason. Like a part of him wishes he could just like pick you up one night. Like you pack a bag and you guys get in the car and you just drive. You just drive somewhere. You're alone. You look up at the stars. You spend quality time together, and just kind of like are intimate and just zone out from the world. I'm hearing them saying like they just want to be free from the world and take a break. I also hear him saying that you comfort his mind, body, and soul. Like, you comfort all of those parts of him, and you keep him balanced in ways that he didn't realize until like of recent. You know, like sometimes you don't, like, you might appreciate a person and know like, oh, this person has really changed, you know, my life in many ways. But then, you know, there are moments where it hit you randomly because you really realize how much of an impact they have on you and how much they've had an impact in your life. And so I feel like there's this energy of like them wanting to just express that gratitude and that appreciation of life with you, and just some of the things, you know, that you all have experienced together. I'm hearing him say like, don't worry about the other. I don't know what the other is, but like they're saying don't worry about the other. I see rose petals on the floor. So there's this energy of him saying like he wants to do something romantic with you and lead you just, you know, to the next phase, to the next level. His hair is like kind of wild looking and like scrunchy, and just, I don't even know how to describe it. But it seems like he may have gotten out of a, I feel like depressive episode might be too strong, but he might have gotten out of funk recently. And so I see him like trying to fix himself up for you. And so he's just letting you know like things have been a little tight. Might be financially. There might have been some financial little struggles. And it was just temporary, but it was like, you know, kind of pressure, a lot of pressure on him in a moment. But he's working through that. I see him giving you a dolphin figurine for some reason. I don't know if you like dolphins or into figurines, but I just see him giving you a dolphin figurine. And dolphins are good with communication. And so, you know, maybe that is his way of saying, I want to be better communicating with you. Not saying he's not, you know, great now, but like he wants to level that up and get better with that over time. And also too, maybe even just like a message, it will be presented, it will be coming to you from me at some point. So I hear him saying that as well too. But yeah, I just see him giving you this dolphin figurine, and it's really beautiful. Like, you know, the, what movie is that? The Beauty and the Beast, when she has there's like the flower, the rose in that glass container. It's like the dolphin figurine is in something like that, and he's giving it to you. So I think that sounds like really beautiful. What else do I see that he wants to share? I see the color yellow. Trying to get a little more about that. This yellow that I'm seeing. I see the yellow on the side, like his right side. Now, I don't know if that's been like a sensitive area for him or there's been some pain there. That could be pain there for you as well too, but that might be an area where he's hurting physically. Or even there could be like some built up pain or trauma in a particular spot. And so he's asking you to kind of like rub that spot. So, you know, like if you ever are getting ready for bed, like you can just visualize yourself like rubbing his right side to kind of like move that energy around. So he's asking for your assistance there. But yeah, that's what I was able to channel from Mr. Jefferson for you. I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty, let me put back some of these letters. Oh, you said you love dolphins. Well, that's exciting. Well, there you go. I thought it was very interesting, the dolphin. Okay. Put this over here. Alrighty. Up next is Portia. All right, you got one question, two pendulums, and the charms. So let's put that over there. And let me pull up we'll do your pendulums first. And then let me pull up your question. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, I know. I remember when I first got it too. This thing will be with me probably forever. Alrighty. So pendulum question number 1 is are going to move to Dallas. Okay. Okay. Is R going to move to Dallas? Is R going to move to Dallas? Is R going to move to Dallas? We got a yes. Okay. And the second question is for my second career, am I on the right path? Okay. Are you on the right path in terms of your second career? Are you on the right path in terms of your second career? We got a yes to that question as well. So you got yes for both questions. Okay. And then your tarot question. What are R's intentions? What are R's intentions? Ooh, that's a great card to start off. We have number 33, Door to Romance. We have exciting news. Good news is coming your way, whether it be a pregnancy, an engagement, or moving in together. Get excited to celebrate. And then we have faith. Trust and believe that love is here to stay this time around. Don't let fear or doubt interfere. Trust the divine. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. These are really great cards for your question. So in terms of their intentions, it obviously looks like this person is interested in moving forward with you romantically and taking it to the next level, because we did get the exciting news and there's like a bunch of different things that can obviously happen, but whatever that next level looks like for you all and what you want. So if you want to move in together, that's your next level. If you want to get engaged, that's the next level. So it's the next level that you both have talked about together and, have been looking forward to getting to. I feel like with the have faith card, two things. One, because you have had faith, this is what's allowing this to kind of move into this direction very beautifully. But also, two, Spirit is saying to continue to have faith. Like, even when you get it, doesn't mean you no longer have to have the faith anymore. You should always have it, because you can have something and then you can start just second guessing it. The moment you get it, you're like, well, man, how long am I have this? Like, is this too good to be true? Are we going to get to this next thing? Am I going to get this thing? Will this job really work out? Like, you'll start to second guess yourself. So make sure that you continue to have that strong faith, just in the divine, but also in this connection with this person. I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles, there's a lot of energy here of like surrounding building together. And you do have the word pregnancy and 9 of Pentacles. And on one of the cards, can't remember which deck it is, the 9 of Pentacles person is pregnant. I don't remember what deck it is, but, I think that that's a representation of like you all growing together as a unit, but also building something. So it could be a physical child. It could be, a physical thing like buying a house together or, investing in something together. There's a connection here that is growing, but also is, it's expanding in a way where you're able to have a legacy of some sort. So, there's a lot of different intentions that they have, because it seems like this person does want to settle down and start building and growing. And in order to do that, they know they have to plant their seeds and really be invested. And so it seems like you are the person that they really would like to move forward with and invest in and build with. So yeah, that's what I got. Hello, mystical high priestess. Welcome. Alrighty, we'll add you to the list. And then now, let's do your charms. Where did I put the, okay, I was gonna say, where did I put the bag of charms? Alrighty. I guess I'll get the little tray. Alright. So you have the bicycle, and there's 2 hearts on there. So both of you are going in the right direction when it comes to love, this connection, the romance. So continue to, you know, do your part on this journey. Also know that there's moments where you might not have to do as much. So just trusting their leadership and their guidance is helpful. We have the number 21, so that could be a significant number. So like July 21st, August 21st. But even too, like that could be an important number that's connected to something big. So let's say you all want to move in together and you're looking for a place to stay, and the address has 21 in it, or your unit is 21, or you live on 21st Street. So like there's a huge significance with this number, but don't try to force it into things. Like just let it appear and let it show up, and then I'll let you know. We have the letter E. So I feel like with E, this is saying easy. I heard them say easy. Like things can be easy as long as you allow it to be and as long as you let it be. We have the butterfly. So I just see, you all coming out of this cocoon and blossoming, not blossoming, growing into this beautiful butterfly and enjoying, the fruits of your labor and like all the beautiful flowers blossoming and just like the beauty of everything that has come together fully. We have the yin yang. So this just lets you know, like, y'all are soulmates. There is a solid connection here. We have the comb. I feel like this is a representation of, when we don't take care of our like hair, obviously it can get tangled, it can get matted. So like making sure that you're always doing maintenance with this connection, like checking in with each other, understanding where each other are coming from and what they want, but also they understand what you want and where you're coming from. And then your message is a new routine will ignite unexpected success at work. So if you had a question about work, mentally, this is the answer to the question. So doing something different can definitely help you at work as well. It's always fun when you get extra messages, that might not be connected to your actual question and they just come out. So that's what Spirit wanted to share. I hope that resonated with you. You said no babies. Well, they're thinking about it. All right. And then where did I put the marker? What time is it? It's 8:52. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. I think I'll take one more person if anyone pops in, and then we'll just finish up our live after that last person. So we have Liz, Melanated Geek, okay. Alrighty, up next is Miss Liz. Okay, 15, or no, wrong person. Okay, what is next for Jason and I? Let's see. Ooh, we have Happy Family number 4. And then we have All Tied Up number 23. Bottom of the deck is the Temple Path number 12. Let's get one of these. King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. You know what's interesting? And these tarot cards kind of fit the message Spirit was saying before they came out. But in terms of like what is next for you and Jason, more romance, more opportunities to connect. But something is telling me, well, Spirit is telling me, I'm not going to say something is telling me, Spirit is telling me that as you all kind of connect more and just really, spend more time together and just grow, you might actually not be as excited or thrilled or as interested as you once were before. And it's not saying like they are a bad person or the relationship won't be amazing, but sometimes you can really want something and you get it and it's still cool, it's still good and whatever, but it's like that, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say like that spark is gone, but it ends up being like that step that gets you to the person, to the place that you really want to be, where you want to be, right? And I feel like Spirit is saying that if for any moment you feel that this is not where I want to be anymore, this is just not it, don't stay in it longer than you need to, because obviously there's so much more to come. And the reason why I say it's interesting with the tarot part is because there's two type of men here. You have the King of Wands and you have the Emperor. Both of them are fire signs. And you have the Queen of Swords, which gives me your energy. It's like you have to decide, like, who do I want? Do I want to, quote unquote, settle for the, this person? And it's not saying if you end up settling, quote unquote, with that person, which I think his name is Jason, that's like a bad thing for you. You won't be happy. But it's also, if you're going to wonder and like, oh, is there more? Could there be another, like, a better person out there for me? Then that will be a question you always have to deal with. So you have to decide, like, do I want to be with this person, with Jason, and things are great, things are moving forward how I want it to move? Or if I were to be with him and just something presents itself that's like even more aligned with what I want and who I want to be with, do I pursue that? Right? So, be mindful. Like, if you want to multi-date, but don't limit yourself immediately. But also, too, if you feel safe and comfortable with Jason, like, and that's the one you want to be with, that's totally fine. But Spirit is just saying, like, if you are going to question things in the future, then don't settle. But if you feel like, okay, this is the one I want to be with, this is, I feel the best with, then pick that person. But you ultimately make the decision. You get to decide what it will be for you. So that's what they want to say about that card, or that question. Next question, why is Adrian back? We have the second chakra, which is your sacral, and that's Archangel Ariel. And then we have strategy number 21. Okay. Bottom of the deck is adjacent possibilities. So I feel like this person is back because I'm hearing the word chemistry. Now, I don't know, if this is romantic or, platonic, like, whatever, but I hear chemistry. And they may have realized, like, there hasn't been another you. So kind of like, let's say, like, this is like a non-romantic example, but you leave a company because they didn't, value you or didn't pay you well. And then once you leave, everything goes downhill for them. They're like, wait a minute, we got to get her back. So they come back with a better salary, more opportunities for growth. So it's kind of like this person has recognized, like, wow, you have been life-changing. And in a way, I'm hearing them say, like, I want to experience that again. So be mindful of that, because it might just be a temporary comeback type of thing. But know that you have had an impact on their life, which is why they're kind of circling back and trying to, rewind time and make things right, or just try to communicate with you and reach out. But as Spirit has mentioned before, you are in control, so you get to decide how this story ends. So if you want to, try it again with them or be cool with them, you can. If you don't, that's totally fine. But you get to decide, like, how you want it to play out with you two. And if you just want to hear what they're interested in and like why they came back, you can. But for some reason, Spirit is saying like it's temporary. I don't know what that means. Like it could just mean like, you all interact for a little bit and that's it, or they don't really want much, so it doesn't lead to anything. But that's what I'm getting from Spirit. And then your last message is, will there be a new soulmate for me, or am I meant to be with a past person? We have the Angel of Strength. We have the Community card. I'll get one out of here. And we have very soon. Be clear about what you want. Within a blink of an eye, it will be yours. I feel like there is opportunity for more soulmates to come in. I think we have more than one soulmate. And we have, obviously a variety of different kind of soulmates. But there's definitely, room for more soulmates to enter your life. I think that what Spirit is saying is that they have a whole gang of soulmates that could line up and come up and show out for you. But you have to be clear on the soulmate you do want to show up for you, right? So like literally imagine Spirit giving you like a Hinge profile and like they show you the different people. Like it's basically like that, but Spirit is saying you give us your criteria, you give us the filters, and then based on that we'll send them your way then. And it, like you might, let's say Spirit is like, okay, we got 10 soulmates for her remaining in this lifetime, and like romantic soulmates. And so you give them the criteria, you talk to them, you're specifying like the different things you do want, but also too like the type of partner you see yourself with. It narrows it down to 4, and then you can kind of weed through that. And of course, these soulmates don't have to come at the same time, but it's just saying the clearer you are in your vision and also what you want to attract and how you want to be and show up, that's going to play a huge role in it. I get, for some reason though, this protective energy, and there's a lion here. It's like a fire sign. It's like they want to block they want to block these soulmates coming in and like just presenting themselves. I don't know. Let me see. Who is this person, or what is this energy that's trying to like block it? Who is this person? We have 6th chakra. Oops. Archangel Metatron, third eye. It could be a masculine energy, because I know there's a woman on the card, but they didn't say it was her. Like they didn't say feminine, so it could be a masculine energy that is trying to like block it. 13, financial constraints. Yeah, I feel like this person, this energy doesn't want you to have more soulmates. So it could be an ex, it could be somebody from the past, like just energetically, spiritually. They know that you're, a high commodity, and they're like, no, I want her to myself, even though I can't have her. So let me get in there. So that is what I'm picking up for that. So I hope that resonated with you, Liz. Alrighty. Up next is Sai. All right. Is there reconciliation in the future between my person and I, their true feelings and intentions? And then Pendulum, if I would have fun, and Putacana. Ooh. All right. We have Devotion, a dedicated partner whose love is unconditional and eternal. We have Explore, take a ride and explore new scenery in each other's inner thoughts. And then we have Love at First Sight, the instant gravitational pull you two felt when you first meeting lets you know that this is a soul connection. Something is telling me to stop my dryer because I feel like it's going to go off soon. So let me do that really quick. I was right. It was probably going to go off in like 2 minutes. So save your ears. But in terms of, is a reconciliation in the future between you and your person, I get that it's like, yes, asterisk. And the reason why it's like, yes, asterisk is just because it doesn't come as quickly as you would want it to. This Explorer card is like calling my attention the most. And I feel like Spirit is saying is that some time apart is needed for them to really get the bigger picture. And it comes from like them not having like access to you, not really being able to be in communication with you, if that makes sense. And it lets them kind of reflect on when we first met, when you all first met, when you all were like really fell in love and like all those different things. And I think that that time apart is healthy and essential for this reconciliation to happen. And so it's like, yes, the reconciliation will happen, but it's going to show up after you have spent some time apart from each other. And you know, there's no timeline on that time apart. It could just be a week, it could be a month. We don't know. And I think you shouldn't have to like worry about the timing of it per se, because it can just delay it further. But as you take this time apart, Spirit is saying like basically forget them. And when they say forget them, they're not saying like, oh, go out here and, you know, be with another person and love on them and, you know, never think about them again. It's more so like just be in your present moment, in your present world, and just focus and enjoy your life and just the different things that you want to just, you know, have your attention in that moment. So if you want to hang out, party with the girls more Friday, do it. You know, like do the things that you want to do for this like mini break that you all are going to have like this time apart, and just kind of like recapture parts of yourself too, is what I'm hearing. Okay. The next question is their true feelings and intentions. We have enchanted love. We have third party. And we have courting. You know what's interesting is that this third party gives me you. And when I say you, it's like somebody else is going to try to get your attention during this break as well. And that could also be something that they feel energetically, like when you're putting your attention onto something else, whether that's like a person or a connection. It's just like this energy of like you no longer like thinking of them and pouring into the connection. And like I said, it's not saying like F them, I'm never gonna talk to you again. Oh, that's so funny. I'm looking up on my screen and it says Dominican Beach and you just mentioned Punta Cana. So clearly you should be going on that trip. But anyway, back to this question. So just, you know that they're going to know when you are pulling back. And they might try to show up in a way, or like, for example, if you say, you know what, I think we do need to take this break for the next couple of weeks. And you take the break, and maybe like week one, you know, you're hanging out with your girls or hanging out with some folks, and the guys are all on you. And next thing you know, you get a text message from this person at 1 in the morning, like, I miss you, or like, what are you doing? Right? Because they can sense it, they can feel that you are not paying attention to them or like pouring into the connection at that moment. And so with that being said, kind of like their intentions, they're saying that you are the person that they do have this beautiful connection with, the person that they do want to continue dating, being in a relationship with, right? And obviously the courting leads to the marriage, but there's this energy of like, you know, I don't know why I'm hearing them say, I don't want to lose you how I found you. I don't know what that means per se, but like, for example, let's say if y'all met at a club and you was like the it girl, you was the party girl when y'all met, it's like them fearing, I don't want to lose you the way that I found you. So if I met you and you was this party girl, and it's not saying you're a party girl now, but that fear of like, what if she goes back to being a party girl and like all the people are going to be on her, like it's a little bit of fear in there too. But their feelings is just like they do love you, and are like, it's kind of like you're their kryptonite at times. And so I get moments where they're just like, bro, why do I gotta chill, like, because sometimes their emotions are just too heavy for you, if that makes sense. And then I think your last question was about like your trip to Punta Cana. So let me. Hello, Bestie. I just saw your message. I don't know if you're still here. Punta Cana, how's that gonna go? Just for the record. One is dying in Punta Cana. I know the death card came out, but we got the Four of Pentacles and then the death card. You said, can I change it to, will I meet someone in Punta Cana? Sure. So I'll take them back. So we got the Judgment card. We got the Devil. We got the Four of Wands. Something had fell on the floor. The Justice card. Okay. I do get that you'll meet somebody in Punta Cana. I don't know. As of now, it doesn't give me like, this is the one. This is the soulmate. It just might be like a one night stand, or like, like some people, they meet people on vacation and they just hang out with them for the entire time because they're both there for the same amount of time. So you can meet a person where you just really connect with. You might, be intimate with them, or just like, be flirty with them. It does seem that, sorry, I just took a sip of water, that this person is kind of like polar opposites. Like, y'all are on two different vibes, but y'all work very well together and connect very easily. So it's like the opposite attract type of thing. So I don't know. For example, let's just say on a regular, you're not into guys that are quote unquote nerdy, but this quote unquote nerdy person is there, and you're like, oh my gosh, he looks good. And he sees you and he's like, you look good. And y'all just kind of vibe and y'all talk, and you're just like, wow, I've never been attracted to, someone that might be, labeled as this type of thing. And you are. And you kind of gravitate towards each other. I do get that you will all be in contact with each other once you leave. So like I said, you could be cool. You might, FaceTime every now and then, or who knows, you might fly out and see each other. But it doesn't give like, this is the soulmate, this is the one. Per se, even though we do have that Four of Wands card, I just get more so like it's just a good vibe. It's something where, it's something that can grow into, this has become like a good friend of mine, or like a flirty friend of mine, I should say, because there's definitely some flirting energy here. So that is what I have. For that question. Sorry, my left eye got like super itchy. And I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why my left eye is super itchy right now, but it is. Alrighty. Up next is Melanated Geek, and then we got Mystical High Priestess, and I think that's it. Let me double check. Okay. Oh, you wanted some love notes? I forgot. You did get the 15 package. Let me grab those. I don't think I did love notes at all today. So let's get a couple of love notes for you. And then, oh, look at that. I miss you so much. Your heart is like no other I've known. Do you trust me? Oh my gosh, my left eye. How do you need to be loved? How do you want to be loved? Let's get you a couple more. You are the light of my life. Oh, look at that. Will you marry me? Will you be the one I spend the rest of my life with? Well, there you go. In the bottom of the deck, thank you for being patient. Or thank you for your patience. You said your left eye is going crazy. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Because it literally just happened out of nowhere. Like, I was fine. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, just randomness of this left eye. We'll get it together. Sorry. So I don't have to be struggling with my left eye. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Diamante and Vanessa for the $7 channel messages. I mean, I would say about like up to 12 love notes usually. Okay. So you all will be my last two for the evening. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. So up next is Melanated Geek. Oh, let me add you as well. Okay. Alrighty. I think you said you had emailed it to me, but I did just see a message from you as well. Let me go to my email. Or maybe the text message is what I mean. Okay. Insight on returning back to work tomorrow and whatever else comes back. Oh my gosh, you return back to work tomorrow? I can't believe it's been, the full time. That's so crazy. All right, so let's see. Insight on you returning back to work tomorrow. We have deceit, number 25. We have woman holding a heart, number 44. This gives me that energy of like that. I was waiting on you at the door. So it's like your manager, like, yeah, she's back. I don't know why I get that vibe from there. The people that do like working with you are going to be very excited for you to come back. I feel like your manager is going to give you a lot of updates and in a way a lot of work. And it's not saying it got to be done like by tomorrow, but or at the end of the day tomorrow, but like there's just a lot of updates and a lot of things that have to be caught up on is what I'm hearing Spirit say. We have adjacent possibilities. Yeah, it seems like there's just going to be a lot of different they want to say fires to put out for some reason, so expect that. We have indecision, number 8, and both of these equal 8. And I think that's interesting that even this like 24, 25, there's just this, the numbers are just working together very nicely for some reason. So I feel like regardless of what she puts on your plate, you're still able to manage it very well. And Spirit is just saying organization is key. So like literally, writing stuff down, scheduling things, making sure you're blocking out the time you need to do what you got to do, and just getting everything organized, because that's what's going to allow you to get back in and not feel like overwhelmed and stressed. I feel like with the indecision, this gives me the vibe of you. I think wanting to make the final decision of like, okay, when I was away, I felt all of this amazing things or whatever. Now that I'm back, I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. So like being mindful of like how you're feeling when you come back and how things are when you're there. And, understanding like it's just work and you can always, it's not saying like quit your job, but letting you know like you can always get another job basically. So don't ever feel like you have to stay in something longer than needed, right? Because if it's going to make you feel some type of way, it's not healthy. But just know that you will go into a lot of different things on your first day back. So don't be surprised if she just gives you thousands of updates, and just tells you all the things that's been going on. But she's definitely waiting for you to come back. She's literally been planning and plotting, since the beginning. So I'm hearing them say expect heavy meetings, like just expect maybe multiple meetings tomorrow or just throughout the week to kind of get you up to speed. Okay, so that was for that part. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say. Okay, I asked Spirit, like, how are you feeling about your first day back and anything that else they want to share? We got Daughter Spirit, we got Journey. See, it just seems like you are in this space where, like, you're calm about it and you just know, like, Spirit, God, they got you. And so you're not even like stressed about what is to come. And even whatever is to come is something you don't like or you're not, ready to, you don't want to deal with it anymore. You're always protected and guided. And so they're going to make things a little bit easier for you. I know I could speak for personal experience. There are moments where like I need to do something at work and Spirit just finds a way where like I don't need to do it anymore. And it's funny. So I feel like there are going to be moments like maybe let's say she gives you like, I'm just using, whatever. I don't even know like how to describe your field of work, but let's say you got 10 caseloads you got to do. You're like, man, that's a lot of work. I don't know if I can get that done in a week. Something happens where maybe 2 of those caseloads were already done, but they just put it in the wrong pile, or they gave you the wrong spreadsheet and it wasn't up to date. So now you only got to do 8. So it's like little things like that could be how Spirit, that be ways of Spirit that like helps you out or kind of alleviate some of the the work and the stress that could come from it. Let's just get like a 3-month check in at work. So we have envy, we have action. Definitely gonna be busy for the next 3 months for sure. Nothing too crazy where you're going to go, feel like you can't do it anymore, but you're going to be pushed. And this is your manager's energy once again. They just give me like dark energy for some reason, like just heavy darkness. It doesn't give me like a lot of pleasant vibes most of the time. So I just hear Spirit saying that they will be on your ass, but it won't be anything where you're like, yeah, I'm about to quit immediately. Like you might at some point are ready to put in your notice, but I think for these next 3 months, it's all about like you. Spirit is saying like stick out these next 3 months for sure, like because you're going to be good, you'll be taken care of, you'll be fine. But know that once you hit that 3-month mark, if you are ready to leave, you can. If you want to go elsewhere, you can. But they're just saying it's something significant about the 3 months. So don't throw in the towel just yet, but like give it at least 3 more months with them. And just speak up, of course. So, and let it be known like what you're doing and that you're doing it well. And document everything that you do well, like literally for yourself, but also for them. So if they ever try to come at you sideways, you can say, well, let me tell you everything I've done well and how the company, the organization is thriving because of me. So that is what I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty. Up next is Mystical, I think, High Priestess. All right, channel message from your true counterpart. Okay, let's see. Channel message from your true counterpart. We have your heart is safe with me. Give me more time, baby. I'm becoming my best self. I love going on walks with you. I know that there is something special about you. Wear something edible the next time we're alone. It's so funny because I was about to pull out the intimate lovers notes, and I was like, why would I pull that out? That's not what we need. Now it makes sense. You're my best friend. Where should our next adventure be? And then you feel like home. You are my family. All right, so let's see what else they want to say. I see them wearing silver, so they might like silver watches, silver accessories, or whatever. But what they want to say is that the time that you all have spent apart has allowed them to grow and to shape themselves into your ideal person, your ideal spouse, and to be a good version of themselves for them, you know, obviously for themselves, but also for you in this connection. I'm hearing them say that they look forward to meeting you soon and just walking and talking with you until you all get old, till you all grow gray hair. As I'm seeing you all walk together, I see them, you know, being significantly taller than you. So there's like a height difference for sure, a significant height difference, I will say. I'm hearing them say that you can be soft with me and you can allow yourself to ease into that softness and be gentle with yourself, because I won't allow anything or anyone to cause harm to you. I'm hearing them say you can place your heart in my hand and know that it will be safe and it will be protected. I completely forgot that this card came out, so the fact that says your heart is safe with me, like, I'm closing my eyes as I'm channeling, and I don't even remember any of the cards besides this one. And so that just hit me that was the first card. But I see y'all in so many different lifetimes together. Like, I see you all in this lifetime where I see like cobblestone and you're walking through the town. And it's so interesting because this person has a very kind soul. Like, this might sound very wild, but I saw you all walking. Okay. We have another tornado warning. Fantastic. But I was saying that I see you all walking and throughout the town in this cobblestone, like an old time lifetime. And they're literally like feeding. There's like, it was like a little crowd, like a little group of rats, and they fed the rats, like they gave them bread, and they're, you know, giving people things. Like, they have a very generous soul. And I said it sounds weird because like most people are like, why would you feed rats? But it's like, they don't care who you are, what you are. Like, they are willing to just show love and just show this sense of community with anyone and anything. So they have a very soft soul. They want to say to you as well that wherever you go, they will be there. So if you're like, baby, I want to go to LA, I want to go to, you know, Toronto, I want to go to, you know, Spain for whatever reason, they're like, okay, we can pack up the house and we can go. Like, they are willing to follow you in your dreams wherever you want to go, because they want to always be supportive of you and let you know that they're always here for you. And they know that you are the love of their life and you're special to them, and they will cherish you and respect you and honor you. I'm hearing them say that the vows that I take, I don't take them lightly. I mean every word that I say to you. And so this person is a person of their word, and they will definitely show you that through their actions, and of course through their words, but they're going to definitely show you that through their actions. They would love to build and grow a family with you, and they're saying that they look forward to looking into the beautiful eyes of your kids that you all create together, because they know that they're going to have half of your beautiful, spirit and energy and just physical appearance, but just knowing that they created these kids out of love is something that I'm hearing them say too. But that is what I have for your channel message from this person, as well. Let me see if there's anything else I want to know. I think that's it. That's all I want to say right now. Okay. And let me check the weather. Okay, so at some point I will be getting off very soon, just because we do have that tornado warning. So Vanessa and Diamante, you will be the last two. So I will do my best to wrap it up and make it as accurate as possible per usual, but also not drag it out too long, just so I can get everything together. Because we had a tornado warning yesterday and it was storming really bad, and we have another one now. So I don't know what's up with our weather. I think that's the siren. Yep, that's the siren. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to try to get everything situated. Okay. So let me go back. Vanessa. Alrighty, Vanessa, what's your question? Okay. What's A's intentions, feelings for me? Alrighty, let's see. What are A's intentions and feelings for you? This is for Vanessa. Okay, so I didn't realize these were upside down. But we have number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. Number 22, yin yang. Number 53, magician in the mirror. We have disharmony. There seems to be some disconnect. Use this time to address any issues to restore harmony in this relationship. This is a little bit too many. I'm gonna put those back. Let's just get one more. We have love language. Learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meet each other's emotional needs. Okay, so it feels like, in terms of like their feelings and intentions with you, they want to address some things, especially with this disharmony card and like love languages. It gives me the vibe of that you all kind of have to come together and just kind of recommunicate some things, but also address certain things that have occurred in the past, or just like, recently, that may not have like, been the best, or that have not been understood the way that they could have been understood. So there might have been a lot of misunderstandings at times, or even now I feel like Spirit is also saying like some of this stuff that I'm mentioning may have not even happened just yet, but they're saying to avoid it happening often and frequently, it is important to communicate. How do you want to be loved? What are your love languages? What are what are your intentions? Because if you do that now, then you know how to like communicate with each other, and they'll know how to communicate with you. I do get that this person is someone that is significant in your love life, in your life. Just with the yin yang card, it gives me the soulmate vibe, and even here with it gives me like the fire and the ice vibe. It just, this is a strong soulmate connection, and it is something that is going to be healing, but also essential for both of you. And we have free will, but Spirit is saying like this is a connection that they want you to really be intentional about, and using the time that you all have together wisely. And it's not saying like, oh, it's going to be short-lived or anything, but it's just saying like when you have them in your space, use it wisely. When you let's say y'all have a disagreement and you stop talking to each other for like a week for whatever reason. Don't use that time to be like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard from them in a week. What is this? This is pissing me off. This is the problem now. But more so like, you know what? In this week that we're not talking, what am I learning? What am I learning about myself? What am I learning about this person? So let's say you realize, wow, when I'm upset, I just shut down. I don't even communicate. Or when they're upset, they shut down and they don't communicate. How can you all work through that and talk through that? Like, hey, I notice when, you feel some type of way, you don't talk to me anymore. You just shut down completely. How do you prefer, how do you want us to like work through our problems, our, disagreements? When I see that you clearly want some time to yourself to process or feel whatever you got to feel, like, how does that work? Like, how do you want that to look? And I'm going to share with you how I want it to look and how I prefer it to go. But what is our middle ground? Like, there has to be some type of conversation, you know, about these things because it's significant. And I feel that that's one of the biggest lessons that you're going to learn with this person and that they're going to learn is the communication. And they're going to show you the times you didn't communicate and stand up for yourself as a young person, if that makes sense. So let's say in this relationship, you feel like you have a voice and you have the power now to speak up for things. You're going to realize like, man, I didn't do that a lot growing up. Or I felt like I couldn't do that as a kid or as a young adult. And now you just feel like this confidence now. So there's so much you're going to learn and gain from this connection. And that's why Spirit is saying it is important for you to be intentional about all of the interactions that you have with each other. It's not saying like, deal with stuff longer than you need to or like just take anything, but it's like more so have a level of patience for yourself, but also this person because so much is going to come out of it. And it's literally, Spirit just keeps saying it's life changing. It's life changing because they are going to be a significant teacher for you and you are a significant teacher for them. And that's why Spirit is like kind of pushing this connection the way that they are. And at the bottom of the deck was the breakup card, I think. And I felt like that was just a representation of like, y'all are so similar. And sometimes that causes tension because you're just so similar. And it's about the connection. It's about the ability to communicate and understand and knowing that, you know what, we might not always agree, but we have to figure out how do we come out of this or how do we communicate this. So that is what I have for you for that question. So I hope that resonated with you. And even as I was reading for you, the energy was light. Like it's not like a negative energy with y'all. It's just more so figuring out how to communicate and understand each other's love languages. Okay. So now we're going to go to our last person for the evening. Okay. Alrighty, Diamante. Yeah, I didn't get like, and I feel like too, that's why Spirit, like when they showed the breakup card at the bottom of the deck, they didn't like say, because usually Spirit, I'll be like, oh, the bottom of the deck says this, and I'll keep it upright. But they said, we'll talk about it later, but it doesn't need to be upright just yet. So I don't think you necessarily will break up. I think it's more so problem solving, troubleshooting now. Okay, so let's do your channel message, and then I'm assuming you wanted the charms, letters, and tiny tarot. Or no? Okay. All right, so let's get some channel messages for you. All right, we have I am emotionally fulfilled and that makes me better for you. We have this is a sacred bond. Our connection is ready for a new season. Time has made me love you more. I'm ready Now let's make magic. Thank you for helping me find my voice. They have a lot to say. They're like, oh my gosh, this is my moment. So we'll take them all. We have, I'll always protect you, sweetheart. I love sharing meals with you. You're the best company. Take care of your heart, mind, and body. I want you to feel your best. Let's get. We have, thank you for always being honest with me, even when I don't want to hear it. I know you want to help me grow. All right, so now let's channel. Okay, they want me to get one card from this deck. And we have harvest. You planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay, so now let's channel their message for you. It's so funny because they're sitting on a couch. I see you all sitting on a couch, and there's like this really big window by the couch, by the sofa. I see a lot of clouds, and I'm hearing them say that even if I can't see what's coming up next, I know that in this moment, I have you. I hear them saying that. I feel like a little tension on my like left side of my head, and then I don't know why I feel like I'm hearing the word allergies. So one of y'all might be dealing with some allergies, but it could just be like a cover up of like them being emotional, not trying to like, make it seem like they're emotional. So then, oh, it's just allergies. I'm not crying. I'm just, allergic to stuff in the sky and in all the things in the air. But they want to say that they appreciate this connection that you all share. They appreciate you just as a person, but also I'm hearing them say your body is sacred to them. Like it's like this temple to them. They, not saying they worship it, but it's like they really respect your body. They really respect your being physically and letting you know that you're safe. And they love you as how you are. And I get this energy of them saying that don't ever question, your physical appearance, because you are drop dead gorgeous is what they're saying. And that you will always be the one that gets their attention and will have their attention. It's so funny because I just heard them say like these hoes could never. That's what they said. I'm not calling anybody hoe, but this person, they wanted to share it in that way. But it's just like no one can compare to you. It's something that I'm hearing them say. I'm hearing them say like you are the homie and you are also the love of their life. Like how could you be both in one? And they love that about you. Like you're so chill, but also so feminine and soft in ways. They appreciate your boldness and you checking them. They respect it. It makes them respect you more because it shows that you care about them enough to keep it real, but also you care and love yourself enough to be honest. I'm hearing them say hello fresh and date night. Hello fresh and date night. So that might be something that they want to do with you at some point. You all, purchase a hello fresh box and, cook the meals together. They want to spend more time with you and learn more about you. Like, I'm trying to understand what they're trying to say about that. Learn more about you. Not like the general, like, oh, tell me about your childhood. Tell me about this. But it's just something that they've been curious to learn about you that they haven't mentioned before. So I think that when you think about cooking, like it's a great way to have conversation. It's like there's a part of you that they're curious to learn more about that you haven't shared yet. And I don't even think you know what it is. Like they're going to randomly get this question or this urge to ask you something, and then that opens up the conversation about this thing that they want to know about you that they didn't even really know what it was per se. Like I think about this, like the question, what are your talents? I don't feel like people really ask that a lot. So that could be, that's not, I'm not saying that's the question he's going to say, but more so it could be like something like that. And you like, wow, I never really thought about like, what are my talents? Like, you might think about like, what are my skills when it comes to professional work, but what are my talents? What are my gifts? Like, what am I great at? And, that's something that makes me even more unique and special. So I see that being like whatever this question, this topic is, it's going to reveal something within yourself that you didn't really pay attention to before, or maybe it was just kind of dormant, it was a little stagnant at times, but now it's like bringing this life. So let's say you like oh, I'm a singer, and you haven't really did anything with that in years, and then it reminds you like, wow, I used to actually make music, I used to actually write songs or whatever. So there's something of that nature that they're wanting to know about you, is what they're saying. I see a lot of intimacy, a lot of connectivity when it comes to intimacy. I'm hearing them say like they really love your breasts. I think that they love the size of them. They're very luscious to them, and it's like they could just rest their head on your boobs and they just feel like, I don't know how to word it, but they just feel good. So that might be their thing that they just love. It's interesting. I don't know if they listen to a lot of Drake or if you listen to a lot of Drake, but I just saw Drake. So it could be a song that they might hear or they listen to and it makes them think about you. I can't really pick it out right now what it is, but Drake is so emotional, so he has a lot of songs that could be about love and a person. But if you do know like he likes Drake, or there's a one song that he likes by Drake, that might be the one. But there's some type of, it's a Drake song that he actually likes, and it reminds him of you. And there could also be a song that you think, or that's by Drake, that reminds you of the connection. So now let's get some letters, some charms. Let me see. Tiny Tarot. And then I'll pull your special oracle card. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. I'll talk about these once, it's time to get to the Tiny Tarot. But the Tiny Tarot cards are basically tarot cards, but one of them is not a tarot card, but we'll talk about it, when we get there. Let's get the charms. Okay. And we have clouds, number 6, as your special oracle card. I don't remember. I apologize if this was your reading, but was it your reading where I said like I see y'all chilling on the couch, there's a big window, and then there's like the clouds, and they don't know, if they can't see where they're, well, like what's next, they know that they're with you or something like that. I don't know if it was you or somebody else, but it just made me think of that. And if it wasn't you and it was somebody else, that same message applies. So we have set. Oh, Spirit is telling me some things. Okay. Spirit is telling me something. Y'all nasty. That's what Spirit is telling me. Okay. We have love as well. Oh, what's this? I see messages. Oh, we can just, I think we can get rid of them. Okay. I think that does it. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, I was spelling out love. I'm like, I was spelling out a word. So we have love. I don't feel like moving that E, so I'm just taking E out the bowl. But we have love. We have heal. We have touch. I don't want to move the letters around too much, but we have the word touch as well, so I'll just say it. We have join. We also have joint. I'm hearing them say like you all are connected. We have talk, but they wanted to spell talker, but I'm not gonna move the E, but that means talker. And then I feel like they wanted to spell mountain, but obviously I'm not gonna move stuff around, and we might not even have all the letters to make it. But anyway, so in terms of the letters here and the words we have, so with set, I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying like once you have set the tone, set the pace, like go with that flow that you have set, those expectations. Like don't try to switch things up at the last minute and then wonder why, people feel, or this person feels like, oh my gosh, like you just switched it up on me when we just talked about it this 2 weeks ago. This is how we're going to do things. It's like setting the tone, setting the pace, and sticking to that, and then coming together again if you want to make adjustments. Come obviously intimacy, sex. I mentioned the joint already. Mountains, I feel like is a representation of like you all having moments where there might be challenges, but like how do we get to the top? And like once we get to the top, we reflect on everything that it took us, what it took to get us here at the top, and using that as like a learning moment, a period of growth. We have love, so obviously love is here. We have heal, so there might be moments where like the connection can be healing, but also knowing that no one is perfect. There will be moments where there might be challenges, but like how do we get through that? How do we talk through this? How do we get through those cloudy days and those cloudy moments? In terms of the Tiny Tarot, we have, I can hear the rain now. So I'm gonna wrap this up very quickly. But Ace of Wands gives me that intimacy vibe again, and like also wanting to move forward, but I get more sexual vibe from it. King of Cups, being expressive, being emotionally available, and mindful of like how do we express ourselves. And then this card is not a tarot card, but it's a woman. She's holding a candle, and she's like looking at the ocean. And I feel like there's like a sea creature in the water, or maybe there's not, and I just made that up. But it gives me this vibe of like, you never know what will come up, but that's why you do the work to prepare for those times, for those challenges. That way, it doesn't stop you all from being in this connection, being in this space together romantically, and just all of that love. In terms of your charms, we have the number 18, so that could be a significant number. We have the number 6 as well, so that could be right the 18th day of the month. It could be 18 weeks, 18 days, like, it could be just different things. And also to 18-6, so 186 could be a significant like angel number for your connection. We have the letter Y with the bunny on it, and I feel like that's just a representation of like youth and just having fun, living in the moment. We have miracles, so there might be some great things that are moving forward for you in this connection. We have the letter K. I'm hearing the word kind, so being kind to yourself but also to each other. We have the word F, or no, we have the word L, but I looked at it as an F. And when I said F, they said friend. So like they see you as like their best friend as well too, and their lover. And that's why we have L. So that kind of makes sense why they said it that way. We have the Virgo coin, or the charm, which is practical. We have a feather, so like just letting you know that this connection is protected and safe and divinely orchestrated. And then we have your persuasive manner will be difficult to resist. So that's just kind of letting you know you can, if you're gentle enough for certain things, you can have your way with this person. And that just basically means like sometimes, what's the saying, you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. So it's like the softer you are in moments can be helpful versus like being upset or argumentative with this person. Not saying that you are, but like just there's a lot of power in softness for sure. But yeah, so that is what I have for you for your reading. Thank you so much for participating tonight. And as I like literally wrap up, the rain comes down harder. So this is like perfect timing. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed your reading tonight, and that you all are well, healthy, and just feeling amazing. And I will be back at some point. And you can always rewatch your portion of the video to hear your reading again if you want. And if I missed anybody's question, I apologize. Just email me. Info's in the description box, and I'll get back to you if I missed your reading. But yeah, I wish you all the best. Bye.